I hear the weatherman in there. Cousin Charlie, you got your water, you got your protein. Did you run this morning?
I did not run this morning.
What did you do this morning? Where was your activity? You know, if you want to get fit, it takes working out. It takes a lot of nutrition. It takes sleep, and it takes something else too. Probably got to find ways to lower your stress. I think you can do a lot of things, but stress gets you fat. Did you know that? Did you know if you get stressed, you'll get a lot of fat on you? Can I have a drink of that? Do you mind drinking after me?
You want your own? I got another one.
You want me to give them a shot?
You
used to drink those too. You don't drink those anymore.
I know. Cousin Charlie, I've stolen a few of his. Phil Griffin, what's up, my man? Ginger Steak, Derek Godwin, my best friend. See, Derek Godwin, it's hard to lose weight if you're hanging out with Derek Godwin. Godwin Homes, that is. Godwin Custom Homes. He used to be Godwin Custom Homes. Now he's just Godwin Homes. But he's a bad influence. He'll make you do things.
He looks like he's getting skinnier.
He probably is getting skinny. But what he'll do is, he's like a machine, man. He can do so much. Derek Godwin has a tremendous amount of mental toughness. He's very mentally tough. Tommy Santel, we're going to find a day for you. You can bump, Jeremy, what's up, buddy? We can bump this dude right up out of his seat. We're going to bring people in here throughout the next Big A. Tomorrow is my best friend's birthday. Ooh, Bill Taylor, #1 stress release, cardio, kickboxing. Brittany Renee has now committed to 5 workout activities. She goes to Orange Theory. She goes to Pure Bar. Dr. Morgan, I see you, girl. Can't wait to hang out with you soon. She goes to Gold. She's got a membership at Olympus. She's somewhere else today, and she's got a bike. She's got 6 things, and she commits to one of them per week.
Wow.
She's got 6 options. No, she works out 1 time a week. I've been giving her hell. I'm picking on her.
So she doesn't go to each gym once a week. It's
No,
just
she's
1 day
active.
a week.
She's active 1 day, but she's got 6
She eats
options.
so well.
She's got 6 options.
She's got to be
Okay.
home for you.
I'm just kidding. She probably goes 2 or 3 times a week. I'm giving her hell because she does something, then she goes to another something.
She likes
So-
variety.
Maybe that's the key.
Yeah.
That's what everybody's saying. No, the key is one thing. The key is commitment. Commente. Jimmy McCarthy, when are we going to do that podcast? This morning I was running. And every morning when I run, I listen to a podcast. And Andy Frisella is one of my very, very favorite podcasts. And this morning he was talking about a lot of my content come from people that I study that I happen to agree with what they're saying, especially if I have experienced. And this morning what he was talking about is the cycles that you go through in life, the seasons that you go through, where sometimes are good, sometimes are bad. Okay? When times are good, it's easy to perform. It's easy to be happy. It's easy to walk around like me right now and say, hey, man, I'm in a good mood. Everything I'm touching turns to gold.
Ooh.
We got the weatherman. Weatherman, I heard you in there selling.
you touching it?
I heard you in there prospecting, weatherman. I like it. So, weatherman, you can probably bring... oh, man, Tom, I beat the sun up. Me and Kathleen both beat the sun up. I pull out of mine.
Construction workers beat the sun up too.
I'm driving down. Yesterday I was bragging to Brittany. We were going to Bonefish to meet Godwin Construction. Notice all my plugs, Godwin Construction. We're driving down the road, and I said, baby, at like 5:25 or 5:30, I'm usually driving. I'm driving down the road. It's dark right here. I just wanted you to know this. She said, so. That don't impress her.
It's like kind of cool to come in when the sun has risen.
Oh, man, it's a good feeling to know.
You a one-upper. That
I am Mr. GTT one-up. So this morning what we're talking about is the emotional struggles, the mental pain of dealing with highs and lows in life. It's easy to perform when things are going good. It's easy to be happy when we're selling. Yeah. It's easy when things are flying off the shelf. We're feeling good. But see, what I have learned is when times, hey, Anita, what's shaking? When times are bad, we second guess everything. We get scared. Our emotions take over. And what we don't want to feel is that pain. We don't want to feel that letdown. But when you're driven and when you're trying to get to a better cause, hashtag 200 deals, and you look at the numbers and you're like, man, we ain't anywhere close. It sucks. We're not going to make it. It's very easy to start beating yourself up. And I think what most people want to do is they want to go ahead and readjust that target, don't they?
That's it.
But we've known that we don't readjust the target, do we, Cousin Charlie?
No, you don't.
What do we do?
Increase your activity.
Ooh. Hey, did you hear something on there you liked?
I did.
What?
But this sounds like a picture. Did he post a picture on Instagram?
Who?
Like Andy Forsell?
Maybe.
Yes,
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe because he's really talking about this because he battles depression, clinically depressed in his life. When he 2012, he finally went and had it diagnosed. He thought it was a brain tumor, I think. And hey, there's Blake Duncan. What's up? What's up, Bill Shaw? Uncle Bill, how are you? He finally got it diagnosed that he is depressed. And it ain't about how you feel. It ain't how you feel. It's chemical reactions in your body that you've got to overcome. But here's what I have found in me is that the more you go through these cycles, these seasons, this is biblical, isn't it, Cousin Charlie? Seasons. And he mentioned seasons of your life where every area of your life has seasons. Relationships. There may be health. There may be good seasons of production, bad seasons. But Cousin Charlie Weatherman, what do we know about when we enter one season? What usually follows a season?
Another change.
That's exactly right. Another change. Tony Woodall, he talked about using our life as seasons of weather. You know, January it's cold, then we go into spring. So when it's cold and it's warming up, it creates a lot of storms. Our life goes through a lot of storms. Like right now, we're all growing. We all have expectations of ourselves. We want to do more production. Whenever we're not meeting that standard that we've all agreed upon with ourselves, it's a little storm that we're going through.
You have to adjust yourself to the season. You don't wear a fur coat in the dead of summer. So you also
Whoa, Weatherman, you can get out of here now, Weatherman. That's all we need from you. But I think the first times you experience seasonal changes in your life, in your business, you want to quit immediately because you want to eliminate the way it feels. Okay? Well, if you can hang in there, and you'll always get through it because seasons come. It's like saying in August, man, I'm giving up because it's never going to cool off. Well, by October, it's going to cool off. In your life, whenever times are really, really bad, if you can just fight through it, if you can hang in there, if you can have faith that this is going to turn, it is going to turn. And the more you can get through this, the more you can understand it, the more confidence you have the next time you go through a seasonal change in your life, in your relationship, in your business. The more you do this, the more you understand this, the more you can get through this without as much pain. You know, whenever I first got into business and I experienced these things, I really didn't know how to fight through the bad times. I still really struggle with it. Because in my mind, I'm 44, about to be 45, everybody. I'm going to be 45 years old May 22nd. And I feel like I'm so far behind an expectation I put on myself at 25. I feel like, man, I have blown so much of my life on being just lazy or being unproductive. So that adds pressure. And now when I go through these things, it makes me go back to my past and think, you know, what about all these years I wasted? What about look at them Tootsie's bar tabs, all that money that could be in producing assets. Think about, that's exactly right, Anita. It is young, but immediately whenever I experience tough times, I reflect on the past, and there's a lot of things that I'm not happy about that I've done that I wish, man, what if I would have just committed to myself at 25 years old instead of 35, 36 years old. See, it set me back. But here's what I have found. The more of this you go through, the more strength you get, the more you can handle it. The other thing I really, really believe is in the midst, whenever you're in I forgot what it's called, the trough of a season. That means the bottom area.
So smart.
I am a genius. I am a genius. Whenever you're there, I do know this. It's about to change. It's about to get gooder. Whenever things get real, real good, I know this. It probably ain't going to last. it's probably going to change again, unfortunately. So I come to expect these things whenever I'm really, really clear in my thoughts, in my emotions, how I talk to myself. Because as a very emotional guy, Weatherman gives me hell because I was raised by a woman. I allow my feelings to talk to me too much. I need to be talking to myself as opposed to my feelings talking to me, Cousin Charlie. What do y'all have to say about that? How long have we been going?
We?
We've been sitting here.
We grow. I didn't even know y'all were here. Thank y'all. Did they sneak up on me? So, Weatherman, Cousin Charlie, you guys can probably bring something from the good book on this. Am I right? Who wants to go first?
Well, you look, everything is a season, as you've said.
Yeah.
The bad times are what you should actually be thankful for, because that creates your character for the good times.
So good.
Tom Gavin, thank you for getting on here, buddy. I do agree with that, but I hate those bad times.
Nobody likes the bad times, but you've got to take those bad times and learn from them, and that's what's actually creating your character for the good times. I was reading a book. Actually, I wasn't reading a book. I was listening to a book. And Colonel Sanders didn't create KFC till he was in the 60s.
Yep.
The gentleman Hershey did not start Hershey's Candy Company until he was
probably
later
get sued.
in life.
We'll probably get sued.
And both of them had very tough lives before with a lot of challenges.
Ray Kroc, the guy that Hostel took over McDonald's, the McDonald brothers. He was in his 50s before he finally had. He was a very, very mediocre milkshake salesperson. A lot of dead-end jobs.
Right. Most time you're in the valley because you choose to stay in the valley. You know, you can crawl out of the valley at any time.
Ooh.
It's all a mindset. You know, we went through the toughest real estate market of all times, and we've never been back there. So what is so hard? What have we been through that even compares to that? And we made it through that. So if you look at it, it's minute to really think, well, hey, at least it's not 06, 07. We can deal. You know, we want to get to 100 instead of 200 instead of worrying about why ain't we there. You know, we're standing in that valley because we're worried about that instead of making action and coming out of the valley and getting there and getting closer to being there. So,
Weatherman, golly, you need to be sitting here.
no.
I'm just kidding. Hey, everybody, I appreciate you getting on here. Please like, please comment, please share this stream. But I do appreciate the likes. We all need more likes. So if you like what we're saying, please hit the little like button. I see you there, Heather White. So here's a profound takeaway. How long have we been going?
And Carry On Sierra is on.
Carry on, carry on.
Gingerbread is on.
Gingerbread girl. How long?
13 minutes.
13 minutes.
4% is on.
Mr. 4%.
Oh,
The longer that you can endure uncertainty in your life, the more successful you're probably going to end up being. The longer you can battle not knowing how are we going to do this, not knowing when our next sale. What I'm getting at, the longer you can fight through these times in your life, eventually what all this is going to do is it's going to give you strength. It's going to give you confidence. It's going to give you knowledge. It's going to give you a new way of thinking that you didn't have before. See, all these things like when I interviewed John Floyd at Level Up, he said, I'm not the smartest guy in the room. I don't know if y'all heard him say that. But Nagy said this later on. He said, well, actually, he is the smartest guy in the room. And the reason why is because of all the things he has done, all the risk he has taken, all the successes that he's had, all the failures that he has had, has given him one thing. It's given him knowledge. He knows what will work. He'll know what won't work because of his experiences of what he's tried to do. It's made him the smartest guy in most rooms. So in life, in business, the longer we go through these little areas of our life, I believe it makes you stronger. I believe it's going to help you. It's going to multiply what you know and what you can do. Hey, Ryan Gay, Cousin Charlie, what do you have to say about that?
I have to agree with Scott Nagy. Your comment about John Floyd, but also not swapping back to an old subject, but humbleness. Mm-hmm. That is something that will help you get to success. Is you sometimes got to be humbled.
Tell me why, Cousin Charlie. I don't disagree. I just want you to articulate why.
Yeah, well, that's something I noticed about him. Just if no one knew who he was just an everyday guy who was just talking to people. And sometimes the smartest people in the rooms, they're the ones that they're not flashy. They're just your average guy, blend in. And he's so smart. Hey, you know what? I'm not good at this. I'll let somebody else do it with his experiences.
Well, I'm going to ask Weatherman this, because Weatherman walks around with a lot of confidence, and some people could say, "Oh, that ain't humble." Right. So how do you stay humble but have a lot of self-confidence, Weatherman?
Because you have to know who you are and who you created to be. Mm-hmm. And so if you
that's
anything
three things so far this
biblical morning. As far as if you got any, and whatever your religion is, most time we know we're created for a purpose, and you know what you're created for. And if you truly believe in that, you'll walk in that. And if you take a true humble person, it's a rare commodity. I mean, it's priceless. It's more valuable than any amount of money you'll ever have, because there's a genuineness to it that it's very, very attracting. I'll give you an example. The alley on Main, Christy and Sean, how humble and giving they are. You want to be around those folks because of their generosity, their spirit, and their humbleness. It doesn't matter if they're worth $10 million, $1 million, or $5. They're very attractive people that you want to be around them. And that is the spirit that Charlie's talking about.
When you were saying that, Cousin Charlie, the first thing I was thinking is about how attracted I am to humble people.
Yeah.
Especially when they could not be as humble because of what they've accomplished. Dr. Morgan, hey, she's very humble. She just comes in here and chums around with us. Mm-hmm. She's on here, very humble, but she's got enough success in her life out there in Arizona to where she could walk around and say, "What? I'm the greatest. I'm the greatest. I'm the greatest." Y'all know when I say that, I'm really kind of making fun of me. It's something that me and Weatherman started where...
So when you tell us we're the greatest, are you making fun
of us? The origin of I'm the greatest was an inside joke between me and Weatherman. But we say it, and it's just, it's funny. Hey, you're the greatest. No, you're the greatest. No, you're the greatest. Well, see, sometimes when you say you're the greatest, it don't come back. Hey, I can get in some circles. You're the greatest. They're like,
thank you.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Yeah, appreciate that. All right, everybody, we really appreciate you getting on the morning grind. I hope you have a great Tuesday. Kathleen, is there anything that you would like to say?
Real Estate 101.
Real Estate 101 tomorrow. We're going to talk about if you're selling your home, when you get these home inspection reports back to you as the seller and they're wanting things fixed, we're going to tell you what they're really telling you, because a lot of times it's more or it's different than what they're actually giving you. Now, Kathleen, you run on average when you go out and run. How Jimbo, good to have lunch with you yesterday, buddy. When you run, how far do you normally run?
4 miles.
Okay. When is it the hardest?
First mile.
Okay. So when you're running, you're telling yourself in this first mile what?
Oh my God, just get to the mailbox.
Okay.
Like a certain mailbox.
Okay.
Yeah. Or you only have to go so far. Just get so far.
And then you get a little more confidence. Then your body warms up. So you're going through a little cycle in your run, a season of your run. The first, for me, here's what I do. The reason why I got to have time for me to run, the reason why I've got to know exactly where I'm at is after 5 minutes, I know, hey, it's kind of like in an airplane. When I take off and I know we're at 10,000 feet, I feel safe. Whenever I get 5 minutes, I know, all right, it's good now. I'm going to make it. But those first, the roughest part, a lot of times I'm looking down, it's 3:15. I'm like, damn, I want to stop. But I know if I just keep on and I keep on, it gets a little bit easier. And a lot of times the easiest part of my run, and I'm not a good runner at all, the easiest part is when I'm stopping. I've gotten in a rhythm. But I don't go as far as you, Kathleen. I go.
The best is the last mile home, when you know you turned around and you're going home.
Cousin Charlie, you're running now.
Yeah.
When's your worst time?
The whole
Should
time.
we all do the middle half together?
Absolutely not.
No, we have absolutely no interest in that. Hey, everybody, please say I was here, and please share the stream. Have a great day.